Hi guys, so unfortunately I actually had a message from somebody who I served with this week and somebody who I served in Afghanistan and battalion with, and I understand they had a beer, but if they're thinking it, then maybe some other guys are thinking it, so I just thought I'd clear some things up. Now, firstly, the messages said that, I was struggling from one shit tour and that I had a gay meltdown over it and that I'm a joke, and that all I ever talk about is Jay. Now, I'm not here to argue, that person can have whatever their opinions are, but if he's thinking it, then some others might be thinking it, and I just wanted to explain that this isn't about me. This Pull Up a Sandbag has never been about the individual recognition. I don't want that, I'm not after that. At the heart of Pull Up a Sandbag, in my belief, is the group collective recognition of everyday veterans, okay? So we always hear from, the Special Forces guys and all the guys that write their books, etc., and, good on them, and, they've got the standing to do that. But for me, it was about getting the everyday veterans' voices heard, and I still might tell my story because there is always somebody who's done more, But this is all just part of my story, from joining the military at a young age, not really knowing who I was, going on tour, experiencing contact IED, coming home from tour, going through the mental health experiences, and then also the transitioning from military into civilian street and finding that purpose and, rebuilding that identity. That's what this series is about. It's not just about me and look what I've done on tour, because I've never said that. I never have been that kind of person. This whole series is about, this is what happened to us, not just myself, a group collective. This is how it affected us, and this is how we can move on from it. And that's not just from me, that's from other guys' stories, because I haven't got all the answers, which is exactly why I'm trying to get, all the other guys out so you can hear from their experiences and how they've dealt with things and how they do still deal with things. So yeah, I don't keep bringing it up. I don't keep talking about Jay in a sense of, oh, this happened, this is what I done, because I've never told the full story of that. From IED, mental health transition, loss of identity, purpose, I say my dark thoughts, like that last episode, that wasn't easy to do. But I actually got a message after that from another person who I served with, who also had those kind of deep, dark thoughts, and they said they thought they was the only one. And that message for me was like, that reminder. And I had to hold that message. It was yesterday I got these other messages from the guy. So I had to hold that guy's messages in my head yesterday and kind of remind myself why this purpose was that I'm doing this, And that's probably why I ended up doing this video on this today, just because I've been battling it for the past few days about it, because I really didn't want it to be the me story, and this is all about this, leaving no veteran feeling alone in those dark thoughts, like the sentence, I thought it was just me, is something that, stuck in my head for a long time. I remember when I was having those deep, dark thoughts, and you do feel like you're the only one, and you do feel crazy, and you don't want to tell anybody those thoughts. So that's why I'm fucking doing this, and it's not about me. It's about getting those veterans not feeling alone, and then also giving our families a bit more of an insight into those fucking deeper, darker thoughts, and then also just those lighter experiences, or those experiences, what we experience when we do transition from military to civvy street. But yeah, just wanted to talk about that really. So we've got a second retreat coming up next week. Mad that it's come around so quick. It was all just an idea like 6 months ago or whatever, and now it's been built and ready to go. Looking forward to it. But if you can support them, please subscribe, share it to any veterans and their families, and we'll make sure it all falls into the right people. Thank you guys.